What's up, guys? Welcome back. This time your boy Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another crazy video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you guys are watching this video from. And if you are new to this channel, please try as much as possible to subscribe, like this video, invite your friends, and of course click the bell notification to get updates anytime, any day I upload. Well, I have so many juicy issues to discuss with you coming from Burna Boy and AKA, Wizkid, Buju, and BC. Well, let's start with Burna Boy. AKA just recently passed away, or you can simply just call him Aka, just the same way I call him. I just call him Aka. May his perfect soul continue to rest in paradise, despite what he said about Nigerians during when Nigerians were attacked in South Africa. I still respect him for what he has imparted to the world, and unfortunately, he didn't choose. It was so painful for him to have gone the way he did. Well, it seems like Burna Boy just discovered that AKA has passed away. This AKA was shot around 10th April, and today is 16th of April. So 6 days later, Burna Boy is finding out that AKA has passed away. According to him, he said, "What the F is all of this, or is all of that about? I just heard he died. Seeing that video at that restaurant took me out of a positive mode. Took me back to that day when you saw my gun and you said I was wild. Then I told you you should have one too. Cause it weren't like guys wasn't dying, but I thought you knew. And I ain't really F with you, but I didn't want you dead. It was like that with me and you, wicked. I hope they catch whoever did you wicked. I hope you rest in peace, even though we hand kick it. At the end of the day, with some grow ass guys." RIP AKA. He said, "Took me back to that day when you saw my gun and you said I was wild. Then I told you you should have one too. Cause it weren't like guys wasn't dying, but I thought you knew." When AKA saw Burna Boy has a gun, AKA said to Burna Boy, "Man, you are wild." Then Burna Boy told him, "You should have one too. You should have one too." And he also said, "Although you and I weren't friends, we didn't kick it, but I never wanted you dead." So he said, RIP AKA. So Burna Boy just discovered AKA is dead. AKA wasn't cool with so many people, most especially Nigerian artists. It wasn't that cool with them. But Burna Boy still took time to pay AKA's last respect. So Burna Boy is the only Nigerian artist, well-known Nigerian artist, that has reached out to AKA's family, that have sent his solidarity. The rest, I don't know. Of course, you know AKA brags a lot with his personal pride and so on. But even if AKA has a gun, that act was so unexpected. This guy was coming out from a restaurant, just face like this, face from the back. AKA don't even know who hit him. It's one punk from somewhere. If you want to beat up a guy, you should face him and say, "You know what, I'm going to mess you up." It's just one weakling that came from the back to just give him what, and it just fell. AKA didn't even see the person. The guy came from the back. So even if you have a gun, that wasn't expected. It's not as if we were crossfire and I was hit. No, that wasn't expected. Then check this out. According to the police in South Africa, police says evidence gathered so far lead them to believe the killing of popular South African rapper AKA was an assassination. Police are telling us what we already know, that AKA was assassinated. What we, the public, already know. It took police 6 days to do an investigation to tell us what we already know, that it was an assassination. We saw someone come straight to AKA and give him twa from the back of the head. Now, you did an investigation for 6 days. You are coming to the public to tell us that, oh, you believe it was an assassination. What we already know. You have not come out to say suspect be arrested. You say you believe it was an assassination. What the public already know. Even a child, if a child is shown that video, that child will immediately detect that that was an assassination. Now it took police 6 days just to come out with the big news that AKA was assassinated. These police are high, I swear. Those police are high. Crazy. Well, like I've said before, I wish him all the best over there. And that's all. So let's go over to Wizkid. Godson, this is one of our Wizkid Boy, a very good friend to Wizkid. He recently decided to call out Dprince. Dprince is Don Jazzy's younger brother and the CEO of Josie Music that discovered people like Rema and Ruga. He said Dprince hating on Wizkid and Tiwa Savage had to stop in 2023. When you are sober, I will expose you and stop feeding your artists with hating mentality. This crack you guys are taking will ruin your life before you even know it. Dprince, you are cancelled. I don't understand. I don't know what Dprince said or what he did, or he said something about Tiwa Savage and Wizkid. I don't know what he said. Maybe something really insulting to warrant this guy, telling him that he should be careful. He must have said something really insulting to to Wizkid and Tiwa Savage before Godson coming out to warn him that he should be careful. I mean, we're talking about Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage has just recently debuted her acting career in Ghana. According to the news, they said Tiwa Savage debut of Nigeria, acting debut of Nigeria singer Tiwa Savage wrapped in Ghana. So the movie will be called Water and Gari. The movie was shot in Ghana, so I can't wait to see what Tiwa Savage has for us. Is it going to be based on her personal life? Is it going to be based on love? Is it going to be based on sexuality or on inspiring women? I don't know, but I can't wait to watch the movie, guys. I want to see Tiwa Savage actually act. You know, Tiwa Savage has a beautiful voice, really, really beautiful voice. Since our entertainment, our musicians, female musicians are way more popular than the actress, I think it's about time they start soliciting for each other. And also, guys, speaking of acting, BC Alemi, who is a very popular, well-known Nigeria activist and also a gay rights activist, LGBTQ activist, BC Alemi said something about Nigeria actors. According to him, he said, the only reason we think some Nigeria actors can act is simply because all their acting life, they play the same role over and over again. Try to give them a role that doesn't come naturally. They start fighting with their character and find it hard to interpret. This is why the likes of Shola will continue to be the icon of Nigeria film industry. Netflix is not interested in quality. film production coming out of Nigeria for them. It's about the money. The money junk Nigerian movies, the money junk Nigerian movies on Netflix. The more Nigeria will watch, they know most Nigeria lack taste when it comes to film consumption. And even the critics are after brown envelope. How can you explain the quality of recent Nollywood film on Netflix when you compare that with the quality of film Netflix produced globally? If it is not just about consumption and sales rather, then creativity and great job. If Nollywood is McDonald's, it is the worst form of junk food, but I do acknowledge it makes people happy. So, all good. But I love this first line when he said, or he said, or she said, the only reason we think some Nigerian actors can act is simply because all their acting life they played the same role over and over again. Over and over again. The same thing, I had a discussion the other day with someone, and the person pointed out one actor that we are watching. The person said, oh, this actor knows how to act love film. Because that's what the actor is that's what the actor usually act. Just like Philippines movie do not have any quality, because if they act about love all the time. But I will still give it to Nigeria. Kudos to them, because they're kind of like trying to separate love out of it. Like the Shanty Town, it wasn't about love story, and it was really, really good. And meanwhile, also the Dark October, which is really also a good movie on Netflix. The only movies I do not entertain, and I will never recommend anybody to watch, are all those Abba movies, where you do not understand how the setting they can use 2 days to act one particular movie. 1 week they are done with part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. 1 week to act a movie. So I don't understand how they do it, but their work ethics is really, really fabulous. We really need to learn from them. The federal government need to learn from Abba movies maker. Let them know how they act their movies so fast. Everything, production, everything, we just finish under 1 week. 4 parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, we just finish under 1 week. You guys are not serious. Well, let's end this video. Let's talk about Buju. Well, there is this particular broadcast, a lady, some Nigeria socialite, who were recently trying to educate other girls, to educate guys as well. And they said, every girl has every man for everything. Girls has multiple men for everything. Like, if you, as a girl, as a single lady, you should have a man that buys you food, clothing. You should have a man that takes you on vacation, and you should also have a man that knock you very, very well. They were trying as much as possible to contradict themselves. However, check out the debate recently. At least, if you are a lady, a Nigeria entertainer, a celebrity in Nigeria, a female celebrity in Nigeria, and you are about that life, I think you guys should start differentiating yourself. And now see, I'm not about love. I'm about getting my money. Like what this Dan Dizzy said. He said, after listening to all these podcasts, I just feel some of these women need to come out with their full chest and sell Toto, so that we can identify the non-sex workers easily. Life is too short to be falling in love with Ashawo. One said, you want me to open my legs, and as if the Toto has not been manhandled by 6 broke guys and 2 semi-rich guys who still left or cheated after all the heavenly tutu. My conclusion is that most of these modern day feminists will accept anything if the man is rich enough. Then somebody said, women have men for everything, and you have already cut off all the other people that could buy it for you. So these women are dumb without even realizing it. And they expect faithfulness after all the things. Like you don't want to share your man that is paying you for tutu. He will pay you and 8 others because he can afford all of you. Please stop complaining. That podcast was all about women has men for everything. And they also speak about a man need to be faithful. Apart from providing, a man must provide. A lady said she cannot date a man who cannot provide. Okay, good and fine. At the same time, she said she cannot be with a man who cheats. At the same time, she said women has men for everything. So if I have money, and I know it's because of money you are following me, and I have money to take care of 100 girls, you are telling me to stick with you while taking care of you? It's not possible now. It's not. Well, thank you guys for watching the boy Adamslink. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Catch you next time. Peace.